Could be in the hole. It could be in the hole. 126 yards to the pin. Slightly long. Went slightly long. Get in. Get in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's me again. And I'd just like to thank everyone who watched the last video. Hope it helped in some way. And I'd just like to say as well, if you could, smash that like button and subscribe button. Maybe not smash it if you're on a computer, maybe just tap it when you're breaking your computer. But today, I'm going to talk to you how to shoot level par. Let's get on with the video. Right, a little update on the last one, where obviously went through pre-shot routine, which is very, very, very important for anyone trying to lower scores. It's helped me a great deal. I know on the last video, obviously, when I was doing my pre-shot routine, I kept hitting bad shots, but it's hard to record and keep your mind on the game. But today, I got this par 4. It's about 320 yards, I think. But I'm gonna hit a 6-iron up there because there's a couple of bunkers and it goes up a slope, and you can't see the green from where you are. It's a bit of a blind shot. So I'll go through my pre-shot routine. I'll go 1, 2, 3. You're probably sick of seeing it by now, to be honest with you. But it's good to get into the habit of doing it all the time. Line my ball up, stand at my ball, and hit it. Straight up the middle. There you go. I've done my pre-shot routine and it actually went straight up the middle. 126 yards to the pin. What should we hit? It's a bit of a wind. Might as well a little knockdown 52. Right. Let's get back to the video. Shooting level par. When I shoot my best score, I'm not playing great golf. I haven't woke up and suddenly got all Rory McIlroy's or Scotty Scheffler's or Tiger Woods attributes, or my driver's not perfect, my chipping's not perfect, my irons are not perfect, my putting's not perfect. Obviously, it's good to have all of them perfect on the day. You probably, hopefully, would shoot a good score. But I've noticed with shooting a good score, it's not all about playing good golf. Let me get this shot and we'll get back to it. So, be on the ball, pre-shot routine, line it up. Centre of the green, bit short centre. Should have given it a bit more. So I've noticed when I shoot a good score, like I was saying, my game's not always at the top. So I can shoot a good score and I will get a bogey, or I will miss putt, or I will get a free putt, and I'll still get like a 75, 73. It's not all about birdie, birdie, birdie. Obviously, for example, say I hit a good drive down the middle of a fairway, and then I hit another shot, a good approach to the green, and then get up and down, and say I've got a birdie on that hole. That saves me one shot. But for example, if I hit a driver and I go out of bounds, or I put it into the woods, and then I've got to chip out, and then that's probably costing me about 2 shots on that hole. Or I'll chip it into a bunker, or I'll fin it across the green into a bunker, anything like that, that's going to cost me at least 2 shots, and that's what's going to start causing the double bogeys. So to shoot a good score, what you need to do is keep out of trouble. Keep your ball in play at all times. Try and stay, say you need to hit, instead of hitting a driver off the tee, if your driver's not working that day, why would you risk hitting a driver off the tee and cost yourself shots? Or if your iron play's not great that day, just try your hardest. Think of a nice tempo swing, nice soft swing, and just literally tap it about the golf course. You're still going to get a good score. But if you're not hitting it great that day, and you're trying to rip the ball every time, you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. And that's what costs you a bad score, and that is getting into trouble. Bunkers, hazards, out of bounds, losing your ball. You want to try and keep it in play at all times, and that's what will help you shoot level par. I can guarantee you. Right, now for my first shot on the green. Oh, I thought I'd interrupt this video here to try and get my point across. It don't seem to be coming out on the video very well. But I was going to shoot it out on the course, but as you can see, the weather isn't all good, so I will not be going out in the rain. But I think whatever level you're at, be it trying to get to scratch like me, or you're trying to break 100, you're trying to break 90 or 80, for the first time, I think your score will be determined by your worst shots, if you know what I mean. So your worst shots a lot more than your best shots. So if you hit a great drive, that might feel really good, but at best it's going to put you in good stead for your approach shot. And if you hit a good approach shot, get it on the green, up and down, that's a birdie, for example. So even if you have made that birdie, so you've saved yourself one shot. But on the other hand, if you hit a bad drive, you've hit it out of bounds or you hit it into trees, that's going to cost you 2 shots. If you're standing over a chip and you're thinking, oh, I really got to get up and down here, and then you fit it across the green into a bunker, that's going to cost you 2, 3, maybe 4 shots to get out of the bunker and get it in the hole, get it up and down. So the point I'm trying to get across there is a birdie will save you 1 shot, but a double bogey will cost you 2 shots, and that's a lot harder to come back from. A double bogey is a lot harder to come back from than a bogey. So we really need to try and keep these double bogeys off our scorecards. This is why I'm talking about pre-shot routine. Stand behind the ball, get yourself in that zone so you can look and concentrate and think, right, I've got out of bounds right, I've got trees left, what am I going to hit here? Maybe a driver is not the best idea, maybe an iron, or maybe use a fairway wood or a rescue, just something like that. So you can think more. When you're doing a pre-shot routine, it gets you more in the zone so you can think more and trying to help you keep the ball in play, because this is the most important thing, is keep the ball in play and try not hit it in the trees, try not hit it out of bounds, bunkers, hazards, in the water, just stuff like that, because it's really going to rack up your score really quick. So if you are trying to break 80, 90, just try and think about that. Like next time you do your pre-shot routine, just think, oh, there's a bunker there, I've got to carry it 150. So for example, if you hit your 7-iron 150, maybe hit a 6-iron, so you make sure, if you don't strike it great, you make sure you get over that bunker. But it's just like little things like that. But I thought I'd just jump into this video because I don't think I really got my point across how I wanted it to. So I thought I'd make this little video. But anyway, back to the video. Enjoy. Right, I was slightly short. Well, I say slightly, a long way short. Soon get this for the bird. Oh, Another big thing is putting. Like, look what I just done there. Literally, what was I, probably about 30, 40 feet, and I've literally put it 1.5 meters past the hole. I should have just cozied it up to the hole around a putter length, and then I would have got it. Now I've got a knee tapper for par. I should have just cozied it up instead of hit it too hard, and I've gone past. But luckily I got it to save par. But that's another thing with your putting. If you've got a long putt, just try and cozy it up so you guarantee yourself a 2-putt. If you hit it too hard or hit it too soft, you might be 3-putting. Well, you probably more than likely will 3-putt. That's what I do. If I hit it too hard or too soft, I'll end up 3-putting. That's another thing, to work on your distance control when you're putting. That's another big thing you need to do to keep your scores down, because free putts, you want to try and keep them off the scorecard really. So like I was saying, I played with some good players, and what I've noticed the most from them is they always keep it in play. They will always keep it in play. They'll know where the trouble is, they'll know where the bunkers are, they'll know where not to hit it, i.e. hazards, out of bounds, and they'll play that hole accordingly. So they won't just rip their driver 350 yards. Like, I played with some good players, and their gameplay is not impressive. Like, they're not ripping a driver 350 yards straight down the centre of the middle of the fairway, and they're not hitting a 7-iron 230 yards like Bryson or something. It's all very controlled. They know where the misses are. So to shoot a good score, you need to keep the ball in play and keep away from double bogeys. They're scorecard ruiners. Double bogeys are horrendous. So last hole, pre-shot routine, 1, 2, 3. I'll try and keep it out of the bunker this time, like last video. Right, I'm going to take an 8-iron, it's 160 yards. Take an 8-iron slightly into wind, and we'll try and get it on the green this time instead of the bunker. It could be in the hole. It could be in the hole. It's long. It's gone long. So yeah, to shoot level par, well, I call it boring golf, because you can't just walk up, rip a driver off the tee, or trying to rip every iron you hit. It's got to be more controlled. So you really got to think about your game. So that's what I was saying to you, like with a pre-shot routine, it's really going to help you. And it's going to at least save you a couple of shots per round, because pre-shot routine, it just gets you thinking more. So when you're doing pre-shot routine, you're in a fault, you're in a zone, and then that's when you start thinking, oh, there's out of bounds, right? So now I'm going to have to aim where I'm looking to aim. I'm going to have to stay away from that out of bounds to keep the ball in play. Just like little things like that will really help you. Right, we get up to my ball. I think I've gone a little bit long, but we'll have a look. Right, I've got to my ball, slightly long, went slightly long. Now I've got a little tricky trip, because I don't know if you can see it in a minute, I'll show you, but the green slopes quite severely downhill to the flag. So now I've left myself with a tricky chip, and this is probably going to be a bogey hole for me now. Now I took the wrong club. I should have probably hit a 9-iron. It is windy today, so I thought I'd hit a little tappy 8, but I've gone long, and now I'm probably going to struggle to save par from here. But this is the things I'm talking about. I know I'm doing my pre-shot routine, I know, but at the same time I'm talking to a camera, so you kind of can't get in the zone. But for people that are watching, honestly, a pre-shot routine and line up your ball properly, looking where you're going to hit it, will really help you. But now I'm going to hit this ball and see if I can get up and down for par. This is another thing that I found with good golfers. They're around the greens, probably about 100 yards in. They're up and down in probably 8 out of 10. But like I said, with me, it's more like 2 or 3 out of 10. But that's something I need to really work on this off season. My chipping and putting will be something I'll be working on. Get in. There's me saying about my chipping and putting, and looks like I'm going to save the par. But yeah, with scratch golfers, I've noticed their chipping and putting very, very, very good compared to me. That's probably what holds me back from getting to scratch, and that is my chipping and putting. My ball striking saves par, level through 2. My ball striking is on par with their ball striking. I hit the ball just as far as them, if not further. So it's not that. The only thing I noticed was when I played with a couple of scratch golfers was they're around the greens. They're literally getting up and down every single time. Where I'm getting the odd free putt, or I'm duffing a chip, and they don't do stuff like that. But anyway, I'll end this video on this hole. The moral of the story is to shoot level par. Just keep away from hazards, keep double bogeys off your scorecard, and yeah, enjoy your golf. It's all about enjoyment. That's what we're out here for, because we love it. But thank you very much for watching. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please subscribe, like, and I'll bring you more content. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one.